time before dawn.
Yeah! Hands are moving all over my body. But here's the night of the...
Oh, that's it. Laugh it up. Well, we'll see who's laughing tomorrow night.
But here's the night of the realm. He is a disgusting toad. And such toads can be lecherous at night. Begging upon you, Lord.
Steady. Take it easy. You'll be just fine.
But shall we delay it any longer?
No, I think not. We can't wait for Percival forever. Tell me, my dear.
I suppose so, but don't you think someone should call Percival's flat and ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know that might be a sound idea? There is something distinctly old about all of this.
All of what, Stanton?
This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he was going to bring it tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, now wait a minute.
Now what?
If Saul brings the necklace in the first act, and I put it in a safe,
Oh, dear. I completely forgot about this line in this act when I rewrote the act a few weeks back.
Well, this is a heck of a time to tell us about it, Phyllis. What's the new line?
Well, I don't have the rewrite with me.
Approximately, then. Just give us the gist of it and we'll improvise.
Okay, well, Polly's line is basically the same, only she says something to Billy about him not being here when Saul was supposed to bring the necklace instead of Sir Percival. Do you see?
Can you handle that, Polly?
I think so.
Fine. I need it. Is there anything left in the pot, Louise?
For want of a better name.
It'll have to do. Come on, Phyllis. The rest of you, get back to work.
Billy, would you please?
Okay, no. He did say he was going to bring it tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning in the post, saying that he had asked Dr. Forbes to bring it for him.
Wait a minute. That sounds as if it's against the law to mail things on that day. The part about the post has to come last, Paul. Okay?
Okay, fine. But Dr. Forbes told me that Percival had asked him to bring it in a message delivered this morning in the post.
Ah, much better, Polly. Okay, go ahead, Frank.
What, old sakes, with it say?
Now what?
I'm sorry, Gary. It just sounded as if you
I don't
could go
care
ahead.
what it sounded like. Do all you 3-year-olds want to learn this play or play your little games?
You're right, Gary. Sorry, Smitty. Go ahead, please.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, Joe, I never thought of that. Dear, you sent her the message.
Why, come to think of it, no!
You didn't receive a message.
Well, I did, but now I wonder if it were actually from Percival.
But did it come by post?
I assumed it
I
had.
see it. You didn't actually see it.
What now?
Then how did you know its content?
Why, Dr. Forbes told me what it had said.
Is there any reason I should
No, of course not, Jack. But if they've been no delivery of the post today,
It was not a letter. It was a telegram.
I should very much like to see that telegram.
Well, I'll come after o'clock. I don't have it. The message is gone me from the telegraph office.
Doris, have there been any telephone calls this evening?
Why, sit here, you insolent young pup. You doubting my word?
You should apologize to Dr. Forbes.
Well, why, shall as soon as Doris answers my question.
No, sir.
What, are you quite sure?
The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon, Mum.
Aha! And what do you have to say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Well, simply. And the telephone's supposed to ring there.
Oh, Phyllis, what have you done? Oh, my God, what are you talking about? Did I get the phone bell out of order on the tape?
What were you doing with the tape, Phyllis?
Well, I thought that I would just give a listen to the sound effects and to erase the tape.
Oh my
There is nothing on it! Nothing!
Oh, Louise, are you quite sure?
Listen for yourself.
I can't hear anything.
That's what I mean. If we don't have it,
Louise,
Louise, where are you going?
I
since there's so many phone bells in this show, well, wouldn't it be easier if we just rang the phone manually from off stage?
Well, I guess it would. It would save me a lot of work tonight if I could get those rings off the tape.
I can do the hookup. The end of the wire's already backstage, and there's a storage battery, too, for power.
Okay, but make sure you put the button somewhere near the tape recorder so I don't have to leave the soundboard to find it.
Of course.
And the rest of you. Remember one thing, please. When you are using the phone in the play, be sure to hang it up right. If it's not hung up right so the buttons aren't depressed by the speaker part, the phone can't ring. Got it? Got it. Now, if you'll all excuse me, I have got a hell of a lot of work to do.
I'm dreadfully sorry. I feel I owe each and every one of you an apology for what I've done.
Well, write it down and mail it to him.
Preferably, I think, with it.
How's that for fast work?
Oh, that's great, Aggie. You deserve a cup of coffee.
I'll settle for that stuff Louise brewed.
Go on, people.
They need their cue.
Does that answer your question?
Stefan, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
It does.
Aggie,
Sorry, I was drinking my swill.
Thus, you best answer the phone before I owe the call an apology to.
Yes, sir. Hello? Oh, why, yes, he is. Just a moment. It's for you, sir.
Who is it, Doris?
it can't be.
What? I mean,
Yes, Doctor, exactly what do you mean?
hello? What? Oh, yes. Yes, I see.
Why, Dudley, you look so strange. What did Percival say?
Aggie!
Hurry up, put my coffee cup down on the button.
Go on!
It's not Sir Percival.
Then who was it?
That was a good friend of mine, Miles Taylor.
Stefan, I do not understand.
Not I.
It is very simple. I asked my friend Miles to ring us up here and say that he was Sir Percival, so that I could observe the effect it would have on Dr. Forbes. I think you'll all agree with me when I say that he was struck dumbfounded.
Nonsense! Nonsense it is not! I myself observed the self-same.
But what does it all mean?
Yes, what does it all mean?
Yes, what does it all mean?
I can explain what it means. It means that this man, after murdering Sir Percival for the next...
Why, how dare you, sir? I'll have you in court for this. Such accusations are actionable.
What, tarnish my name like that? It's libelous. I cannot be sued successfully for libel if my accusation should prove true.
And just how do you intend to prove them true?
Why, after look at that necklace, you mind getting it for we Dr. Forbes?
The necklace? But there's no proof in that necklace. I'll show you. so.
Aggie!
Oh, golly, I forgot. I won't forget something like that. I swear I won't. This is kind of hectic with Phyllis here and everything.
Aggie, don't cross where the audience can see you.
I won't. I was just
Heaven help us all. From Alene, from anywhere.
I'll show you. Never been so. Aggie, can't you stand a little closer? Now show me your ridiculous proof.
Why, you yourself have shown the proof. Well, if you had not the murder, then how did you know the combination of that safe?
Great heavens, he's right!
But you Stephen Sellers. But there's one thing you did not take into account. I'm on. You, sir, you're a scoundrel.
And I should very much like to sunder our engagement. At this moment,
In that case, will you marry me, Diana?
with all my heart, Stefan.
Doris, telephone at once for the constabulary.
You so you're dead, my dear.
Oh, what should I do?
Just raise your hand. And the rest of you do you say, and the rest of us do likewise.
Yeah?
Peggy!
Oh, my queen forgot. This is going to be hell tomorrow night, dashing to the safe with the necklace, then dashing back to ring the phone. Not mentioning falling in the script so I can cue people.
Well, I could pass the necklace to him tomorrow night if you'd like. I'd feel much safer having it in my possession anyhow.
Yes, but won't you be out front, Phyllis?
Yes, but I'll have to come up for that part anyhow for my vow.
I don't know, Phyllis.
Let's hash that out later. Why not? Let's just get on with this thing.
Diamond lost! Who's that?
It is my friend, Miles Taylor. And if I do not answer, he shall summon the law, and they shall arrive here with a warrant your arrest, Stanley Grimes.
Stanley Grimes! Do you mean the criminal laboratory assistant to Dr. Forbes?
To the late Dr. Forbes, unless I miss my guess. You are done your fiendish felonies, Grimes. Put down that pistol, surrender.
Never! I may go to the gallows. The plenty of this room should have just sit.
Yes, it was. My time is the room.
Stab me, you all! Before I destroy you all, I must know one thing. How did you come to suspect me, Sellers?
I rocked it, ladies, you all know. As a result, I had time to hear of the news broadcast of the finding of Sir Percival's body, dead, of a rare Indian cobra poison. You, of course, had already disconnected the phone here at the switchbox, so no one else could have heard the news. But when I knocked over your jacket when I was hanging up my own, I found a flag of that very same poison in your jacket pocket. Why, then I knew, of course. I reconnected the phone, rang up my friend Miles, set my plan into action.
Excuse me, my dearest darling. But what did you know when you found this foul, fiend dragon?
Why, how he had schemed to keep alive the legend of the curse. He had immersed the cobra, the necklace in the cobra venom, so that all who handled it would surely become ill. He thought in that way to be valiant, to make Lady Margaret loathe the sight of it. He thought in that way to buy it from her for considerably less than its real value. So anxious would she be to sell the book.
And I would have been too. Oh, curse you, silly Grimes!
Curse? Bah! There are no such things as curses. But I have soaked my hands in an antitoxin to prevent penetration of that potent poison too. Diamond block! Wait a second. Aggie, what the hell is that?
You get real sirens tomorrow night.
Aha! My delaying tactics have done their work. The law's upon you, Stanley Grimes. Put down that pistol, surrender.
Never! I shall take this necklace, sell it for a fortune, and be well lived to another country.
Oh, cut you! It's a cut! The cuts are done!
I'll see you dying there.
The Dolcini diamond!
Dead.
Yes, he conquered the laws of society, and now a higher power has intervened. Stephen, hold me.
Curtain, shall I go?
Heck no. All right, people. You've had your third act. Now, let's run the whole thing. It's already 10:30.
My mother's gonna murder me.
Oh, but my dear, it is in such a good cause.
Come on, let's get in our places. Well, gang, this is it. Any moment now, they'll open those doors and start letting the audience in.
They have to. Hey, I'm not sure I'm kidding you guys. I'm really scared.
Well, that's good, Smitty. The worst way to approach a performance is with complacency. Nervousness gives a player energy.
Energy. Nervousness is giving this player creepy paralysis. Aggie is gonna have to push me on stage.
And don't think I won't. I used to be a sergeant in the parachute. Everybody jumped, whether they wanted to or not.
Yeah, I'm not nervous about the regular audience. If we do, they'll probably never know it. What's giving me the cold sweat is the thought of looking out front and seeing Jerry. Well, I still recognize every error.
Well, you don't have to worry about it, because I won't be out front tonight.
Why? Don't you want to see the performance? Not that I blame you.
Well, actually, Phyllis is going to be out there. And if she's out there, she's going to have to sit next to me, and I don't think my heart can take that.
That reminds me. She still insists on being behind the safe to hand Saul that necklace. It saves me busting my behind running from there. In fact, help Louise at the soundboard. But I'm afraid she may get so wrapped up in her own play that she may forget.
Well, if she does, this play will end with a real murder.
Well, I did it. Took me till near 3 o'clock in the morning, but I got those sound effects on the tape, finally.
I hope you skipped the phone bells.
Sure did. And I did add thunder and lightning effects.
What? Thunder and lightning? Why?
Who ever heard of a murder mystery without a thunderstorm?
Believe me, we're gonna need it.
Louise, I have been through this play 100 times, and there is no spot for a thunderstorm. It'll distract the actors.
Jerry, I guarantee you there's a perfect spot for it, and it won't distract the actors.
Where?
It's gonna be my surprise. Trust me, have I ever let you down before?
Louise, there is no way you can do
Make
this.
it easy on yourself. Bet me $1.
You're on.
If there's one thing I love, it's a sucker bet.
Oh, that's what I hate about stage. There's no place to hide.
Hello. The magical moment is upon us at last.
And so will our audience be if you don't get this curtain closed.
I just came by to wish you the best of luck.
Hey, wait a second. In show business, that's bad luck to do. You're supposed to say, break a leg.
I'll never understand show business.
Well, that's a fine thing for our playwright to say.
All right, everybody. Would you join me in prayer?
I'll stay.
We could use a miracle about now.
Saint Genesius, pray for us.
Saint Genesius, pray for us.
All right, everybody. Places for Act 1. I'm going off stage.
So, who's Saint Genesius?
Patron saint of Athens. He performed for the Roman emperor, and they had him put to death.
I hope there are any emperors out front tonight.
Amen.
Oh, Dudley. Would there be anyone at dinner tonight besides
She promised she wouldn't be back till dress rehearsal. Did everyone hear what I heard?
That sounded like Phyllis.
Yeah, probably 5 new pages of script. For you.
For you.
Saul already accepted one apology. You don't want to have to make another.
Sorry, Molly.
How are you all?
Why, Phyllis, we weren't expecting you, at least not looking that way tonight.
Oh, I know I've been a naughty girl now, but I simply couldn't. I simply had to stop crying.
Thank you. What? More changes, Phyllis. We open in 4 nights.
That's why I decided to drop by now instead of dress rehearsal. This would be too much for the to just one night.
Phyllis, what makes you think we could do this in 3?
Oh, don't you tease, Henry. It's all very simple. I've simply added just one extra character and cut the love scene.
You cut the love scene.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. It's not precisely cut. It's just cut out of Act 1 and moved back to Act 1.
Act 2.
I guess I didn't see that.
Except it's no longer with Diana and Stephen.
Well, then between who else?
Yeah, the Lord and the Lady are already married.
You can't be in the doctor's maid, can you?
No, perhaps I didn't make myself clear. It's still with Diana, but now it's with Sir Percival.
What? But Phyllis!
How could you do such a thing?
Well, I got to thinking that perhaps a knight of the realm was a much better part for Diana than a mere rich commoner like Stephen.
Phyllis, I didn't say why. I said how could you do such a thing? We don't even have a Sir Percival in the play.
Exactly! Everybody always refers to him. He never actually appears.
Besides, wouldn't it be kind of rough on Diana to make that switch, considering that I bump off Percival before I show up at the house?
You do?
Yeah.
Don't you even remember your own plot, Phyllis?
Well, yes, but I don't recall the murder. Show me where it says so.
Well, you never actually see it done. But when we find out that Percival's been missing, and Rex has the famous gemstone that Percival's bringing to the party, we find out who killed him, see?
A murder? I never thought of it as murder. I just thought that Percival and the rest had taken Percival's body.
I just recorded all these sounds to prove to each other.
After all, murder is so,
Popular with our patrons.
We're already advertising it as a murder.
Look at Holly, she's got something to eat.
And we do open in 4
I got
nights,
the whole thing
for
on film.
Pete's sake, the village audition Percival's.
Close-ups and
but I've written you all the loveliest new lines. Won't you at least look at them?
All right.
I'm pregnant.
You're what?
Diana is.
Holly's usually on the floor there, isn't she?
No, we moved up because it's too hard to sit on the floor in a dress, which I'm going to be wearing.
Okay.
You won't be wearing it? Well, who's the father then?
Oh, that's on page 3.
Lord Dudley.
Henry!
Dear, don't be an idiot.
Well, I'm sorry, it was just a bit of a shock.
Phyllis, this is crazy! How can Dudley be the father when he and Diana have just met?
Well, that's on the 5th sheet.
Oh,
Amnesia!
Yes, that explains why he doesn't remember me.
This is obviously
Minnie.
If she's carrying this child, she's got to.
Well, if Diana is carrying this child, she must remember something.
Well, that's on page 5. You see, it was a very dark night, and...
Phyllis, this is totally impossible. The entire thrust of the play has been altered. All the characters have brand new motivation for what they do.
Well, surely with a little work.
In the next 4 days.
We could do this in the next 4 months.
But I've worked so hard.
And we haven't, Phyllis. There's no way we can make these changes.
Well, surely with a little work.
But there's such
But
little.
those are such little changes.
Little? What about the ending? If Stefan's gonna marry Diana pregnancy put just a little crimp in the festivities?
Well, I'm working on that.
More changes, Phyllis. Have you any idea how hard it is to do a play? Even one that doesn't change direction every 3 days? Like, this script should have been finalized 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
What's this? Lady Margaret goes into shock at the news of Diana's pregnancy and loses power of speech?
Say, maybe this version's not so bad after all.
Saul. What about you?
Minnie? What about my mother?
What about your mother?
Well, you see, when I first got out of this play, my mother insisted upon looking over the script because she didn't want me to play a whole set. Therefore, Diana's going to go get pregnant then. I'll have to show.
She's only 2 months pregnant. I mean, it's not going to show.
We see nothing ahead.
Well, of course, we'd rather not even do my little play.
Hold it right there, Phyllis. We appreciate the chance to do a play in which we do not have to pay royalties. As a matter of fact, doing your show will put the theater budget in the black for the first time in 6 months. However, when the play reading committee agreed to do your play, it was on the basis of the original script. Now that play we will do, but all this new stuff has nothing to do with that agreement.
You feel free to pretend you're coming to feel free to pretend my play.
Not the play is first submitted, Phyllis, and I'll even allow you all the changes you've already made. But this last batch is too much.
Do you have the authority to say please?
No, but when I tell them that it's either the first version or no version, I'll have their unanimous backing.
Well, of course, you feel this strongly about it, Gerald. Holly, how do you feel about this?
Well, it is rather close to opening night.
Remember, you should cut all your speeches.
Me too.
I agree.
That
Right on.
Thanks anyway.
sorry, Phyllis.
All right, go ahead and do the original version. But if the show reviews turn out to be box office disaster,
We'll all remember who wrote the originals.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe we were a little hard on her?
Did take it rather hard.
There's someone good that's looked upon this play as a child.
It's the only offspring she'll ever have.
When she tries to make that child a little prettier.
Oh, I wish you hadn't put it that way, Henry.
Jerry, don't be a sap. Phyllis wasn't trying to make her child prettier. She was giving it an extra head.
You're right, Saul. Let's leave the kid alone and learn to love it as is.
Now that you're talking.
Come on, everyone. You came here to rehearse, so let's rehearse.
I'll give you all of the count of 3. And if I don't hear some snappy dialogue from you, I'm taking that hammer again.
And I'll hold the nails.
Well, I need another cup of coffee. The rest of you pick up your long faces and get back into the together.
Hold on a second, Jake. Are we going to start from the top?
Not if you want to get home before dawn. Pick it up from Saul's line about the telegraph.
I got you on film, baby. You're right there. Close it.
Who's not? Who's the telegraph?
I should very much like to see
They
that.
don't have it. The message.
I get everybody.
Oh, well, that ain't the... Did John say the right line?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, the Mott's clock on top. The message is phoned to me from the telegraph office.
Doris, has there been any telephone calls this evening?
Sit down, you insolent young pup. Are you doubting my word?
Of course he is impressed. Stephen, you should apologize to Dr. Holmes.
And why shall, since Doris answers my question.
No, sir. What, are you quite sure? The telephone's been out of order since this afternoon.
Aha! And what do you have to say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Well, does that answer your question?
Stephen, I believe you owe Dr. Forbes an apology.
Doris, you better answer the phone before the call on the phone to you.
Yes, sir. Hello? Who? Oh, why, yes, just a moment.
minute. Of course not. I just wanted to see what everyone was doing when the phone bell rang. Could we back it up a few lines, please?
It's a long way to the end of the act.
This will only take a moment, Aggie. Just, take it from Smitty's line about the telephone.
Well, the telephone's been on hold since you touched these up.
Aha! And what do you have to say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Well, she can't say that.
There's supposed to be some sound there. She knows. Okay.
Louise!
Aha! And what do you have to say to that, Dr. Forbes?
Well, I said yes.
What is that?
What is this? Louise,
In only 4 more days till opening night?
I don't suppose you have a particular play in mind, Aggie? Yeah. Are we gonna use makeup tonight? Well, I don't care so much about the men, but I would like to see how the women look with their hairdos.
I think they're using wigs tonight.
I've seen the wigs. I want to see how they look wearing them. I'll tell them.
How do you like the wall?
Well, it looks okay from this side, but how much room is there across behind it?
We'll have about 2 inches clearance on either side if everyone's careful. Okay, baby. Except for Polly.
Well, how's she supposed to get from the garden to the coffee table to bring on to get the roses she needs to
She
bring?
doesn't have to. I'm keeping the roses on that side of the stage. I told her it was to simplify things for her, but I didn't tell her what I was simplifying.
That's good thinking. We've got to keep her in a happy mood. She nearly walked out again last night thanks to Saul Watson.
You gotta admit, he was pretty funny.
Yes, but his jokes cost us nearly a half an hour. At least I got him to swear that he'll say, Lord Dudley is off to have a word with Lady Margaret, instead of chew the thought with her.
But even if he behaves himself while we're rehearsing, how do we know what he's going to do when the show's in performance?
I don't even want to think about it. I'm already having nightmares.
I'm surprised you can sleep at all. Tomorrow night, the whole thing will be out of your hands. All you can do is stand in the wings and pray. There's not even enough room to kneel.
You know, I've been thinking. Maybe I'll just spend opening night in another town in a cozy bar.
Hey, Dare, how do you like this thing? It's real, doesn't it?
Well, it sure does. It's awfully nice of Phyllis to loan this to us for the show. Costume jewelry this good is awfully expensive.
That reminds me. We still haven't told Phyllis we nixed her Deli Diamond. How are we going to pass this thing off as a ruby?
Well, actually, Billy came up with the solution to that. From now on, it's known as the White Ruby of Ranchipure.
Is there such thing as a white ruby?
Well, there is now. Got it.
Don't worry, I figured this is our ace in the hole. Phyllis will preoccupy herself worried about it instead of the play.
There's something to that, all right.
Hey, you know, I'd feel a lot safer if there was a back on that thing. Do you think maybe you could put one on or something?
Well, I could nail one on, but Jerry, that would mean taking the safe down first and then repainting the whole flat.
Well, why would you have to do that?
Because if I hang her on the back and the front is the way it is now, the whole thing will tear loose from the flat and fall on the stage.
I'll tell you what. I'm not doing much once these curtains open besides prompting people. Why don't I just hang on to the thing and hand it to Saul when he reaches into the safe?
Would you mind, Aggie? It'd set my mind at rest.
No trouble at all.
Great.
Okay, we're practicing then. Tonight's the only chance we're opening.
Easy as pie, but I guess the practice can't hurt.
You ready for the mob yet?
Yes, I guess. As long as they're all in costume.
Well, if they're not, it's their tough luck. Hey, everybody on stage! Yeah, great. All right, let's go.
Line up along the front of the stage. I'd like to see how you all look.
I make sure the picture's straight before you leave.
Ah, yes. Well, the costumes all seem to fit right.
Mine's just a little bit too small.
I didn't say a word.
And you better not!
Polly beat there. It's one thing if he picks on you, but if you're gonna blow up every time you think he might say something.
Okay, I'm sorry, Saul. Just rehearsal jitters, I guess.
No problem.
Okay, everybody, could you turn around? I'd like to see how you look in the back. Ah, yes. Polly, what are you wearing a bustle for?
I'm not wearing a bustle.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
What about that wig? How come you don't have it on?
Well, let me show you.
Oh my God.
I look like a British sheepdog or something.
You're right. Well, couldn't you fix it or find another one?
Well, I'll keep looking because I don't really like this one so often.
Great. Well, you're all gonna look just fine. What do you say we see how good you can act?
Positions for Act 1?
Yes, we might as well get started.
Do you want to put the curtain?
Yes, everything exactly like the performance. Oh.
Jerry, I think you just got your wish.
Oh, Joe, that's dreadful news. We're going to have to change the name of my play.
What? But Phyllis, the programs have been printed and all the publicity's been mailed out.
But I just found out that there's a movie with the exact same title, Murder Most Foul.
Phyllis, our audience won't be confused. They can see this isn't a movie.
Right. In a movie, no one forgets their lines.
Don't say that, Saul. I'm having enough trouble already.
I do hope you're joking, Marla.
Who? Oh, it's me. I was expecting your name.
Well, no one uses it except my mother.
And Phyllis.
But I think nicknames are so vulgar. Don't you, Saul?
You know, I think you're asking the wrong guy. Phil.
Phyllis, we're so glad to have you here tonight.
Oh, really?
You can be such a great help to us all.
Really? How?
Well, you could listen to the lines and make sure everyone's saying them properly.
And where does that leave me?
Oh, Aggie, I didn't mean the words exactly. I meant all the subtle little nuances of their interpretation.
The ones you forgot to tell me to mark down.
Yes.
Shall I sit out here and
No! I mean, well, listen, I take notes all the time during the rehearsal, and I wouldn't want to distract you. I'm sure.
Louise, have you got a chair for our playwright back there?
You got any other nice surprises? I can use a thrill ride.
Easy, Saul. Don't lose your temper.
What in the hell are nuances?
Don't ask. Just grit your teeth and pray you got.
How are we supposed to go on without interruptions? Phyllis back there listening for nuances?
Cheer up. Maybe Louise brought the same name.
All right, everybody. Places for Act 1. Close the curtain.
Kevin, don't point at it.
Oh, you love
You
it.
want the music too?
Yes, everything exactly like the performance. Louise, dim the house lights.
I got it all on film.
Kevin.
We're loving it.
Kevin.
Close up.
John.
Close up. Here it is.
He's supposed to be acting.
What about the
It's zoom.
dim the house lights. There, that's good. Just like that. Right when the music starts.
Yes. What?
Oh, Dudley.
No, I think not.
Well, that's what I thought.
Do you want the stage lights up higher, miss?
I say, Anna, I know yesterday we handed that book on famous Jews of India. I told you must be there for the talk show.
Yes, here it is. But I say, Lord Dudley, you didn't tell me there was a curse on the white ruby of Rochester. What?
It's all right, it's all right.
But that's supposed to be the
We had-
Kelly diamond.
We had to change it, Phyllis.
For what possible reason?
Let's still next to the liverwurst.
What liverwurst? There's no liverwurst in mine, Lenny. We just wanted to keep it that way. I beg your pardon.
Look, just get off stage and Aggie will explain the change to you, okay?
But
We open tomorrow night, Phyllis.
all right, very well.
Go on, people.
All right. Follow it.
You didn't tell me there was a curse on the white ruby of Rochester.
Six. Hold, another. Down, citizens. Rot.
But the book distinctly says the Lord applied for to be the first owner of the white ruby. Jerry, can I just say ruby?
Yes, just go on.
Of the ruby was found floating in his tub, in his own blood. Well, and the second owner, Sir Charles Renfrew, had no sooner purchased the ruby when he was found trampled to death by his horse in his own stables. And the next owner,
Nonsense. This is bullshit. A lot of old wives' tales.
they're all dead though, aren't they?
Yes, but consider. I bought the ruby this morning, and I'm fine.
Lord Dudley, is anything wrong?
Oh no, it's just one of my beastly attacks.
How long have you had this?
It's so hard to walk in those shoes, I bet.
You don't suppose?
Nonsense, Miss Jones. Stick with it. I'm fine.
Oh, Dr. Foles is here, Lord Dudley.
Ah, it is your fiancée, Diana. Just don't mind. I mean, she knows it's her fiancé.
Why don't I just wear a signboard?
Listen, people, it's much too late to make alterations now. Can we please get on with the play?
Ah, it is your fiancé, Diana.
Yes, being engaged to the world-famous scientist has made me the envy of all the girls in England.
Ah, but a lovely affair like you deserves to be right. Right, have a reference.
That's a pretty dumb line.
Violet!
That line is supposed to be lighthearted. The merriment provides emotional contrast with the moment in atmosphere of terror. That's general atmosphere, all right.
Can we please get on with the play?
All right. All right.
You're so definite.
Efforts, Lord.
It's interesting. Lord Dudley. Down. I see you young people want to be alone, so I'll just toddle off to my room and punch a
You're going the wrong way.
Oh.
That one goes to the kitchen and the maid's quarters, Henry.
Well, but, gotta admit, she's a pretty good-looking man.
Henry!
Well, dear, I was only kidding.
Henry, just go, Henry. Say your line and get out of here.
All right, so I'll go on first. I have? Yes. Oh, right. Rather Lord Dudley, you need to go. Nonsense! I was also done myself.
Why did he say that in the past tense?
Polly, please!
Sorry.
I like that. My dearest darling,
My sweet.
my darling, I have a surprise. Oh, damn it.
Now what?
Forgot the stupid necklace. Hey! Oh.
Sorry about that.
Aggie, as stage manager, you're supposed to make sure everyone has all their props.
I know that, but Phyllis was talking to me about nuances and I missed Saul's entrance.
Phyllis, you really mustn't chat backstage when people have work to do.
My fault for not reminding her.
We're ready to start again.
My dearest darling,
My sweet.
my darling, I have a little surprise.
Oh!
Surprise! The white ruby of Rochester.
Oh my, how incredibly lovely it is. Might I try it on?
Not afraid of the cuss.
Oh, not very much. May I
the art class.
I'm ready. It's up.
Why, this is lovely. Such a lovely set.
Oh, Rex, what a thing to say.
You cannot decide which is lovelier, you or that fabulous gem.
Oh, I simply must see myself in it. Let me go find a mirror. Quiet! Thanklessness! How dare you take it off this one?
Now, Lady Margaret.
Take it off this instant, I say!
Now, Lady Margaret, there's surely no harm done.
No harm, you say? How could you endanger the life of this dear girl and your own fiancé? Well, why don't believe in the silly curse, Lady Margaret? After all, this is the 20th century.
Darling, are you all right?
Yes, it was just momentary. The room seemed to spin. My head started to twitch. But it was just momentary. I'm quite all right now. I shall place this where it can do no more harm.
Aren't you very silly, Lady Margaret?
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Should you not at least wait till Lord Dudley be seen in newest possessions?
I shall, when I feel brave enough to wear it. And do not forget, he bought it for me, so in actuality it is mine to do with as I please. It's been too far.
Oh.
You mean to say that there's no back on that thing? My fault. I forgot I was supposed to be back there to grab the damn thing.
Hey, I hope you're making notes of all these things.
Sure I am. I just keep forgetting to read them.
We'll never get this act done
Really?
tonight. We've already been here half an hour and we haven't even gone halfway through the first act. We haven't even gone halfway through the first act. I know.
Maggie. Now, we've only had 2 rehearsals of the third, and that's the most important act in the show.
Aggie's right. That's the part we're all panicking.
Well, Jerry, why don't we do that act right now? I mean, with everything else hanging over our heads, it's hard to...
All right. Anything to get this show nailed down.
Thanks, dear.
We'll do the third act, get our confidence, and then we'll run through the whole thing as fast as we can.
John or
All right.
No, Smitty's supposed to come on.
Has anyone seen her? No, where is Smitty? Smitty!
Nora.
Doesn't like me out late on school nights,
I can't believe it.
And we'll do them as fast as we can. Run through it as fast as we can. No. I hope so.
I hope so now. My mom doesn't like me out late on school nights, and I just barely passed the biology exam.
Well, the sooner we begin, the sooner we'll end. All right, everybody. Places for Act 3.
Do you want to take the card?
No, wait till we're running the whole thing, Louise.
Thanks, I'm having a lot of problems with this thing.
Hold it right there till it smells off.
Are
Well,
still
you don't have anything to the phone bells. Why don't you just do that while we're running the act?
Oh, I know why it didn't work.
Okay, everybody. Places for Act 1, Act 3, and no stopping. Go ahead, Violet. What? Phyllis, you can't interrupt rehearsal this way.
I've solved the problem of the liverwurst.
Damn it, that's a...
There's no reason to use profanity, Saul.
That's what you think.
Well, just hear me out. I was so concerned with the loss of my...
All right, let's hear the solution, but be quick.
All right, Bill, we don't have to call it the Delhi Diamond. We can call it the Darjeeling Diamond. Do you see? It's still named after that town in India, but now it's,
Okay, all right, we'll make the change. But Phyllis, I want you off this stage, and I don't want to see or hear you again until the end of this act. You got it?
all right. You don't have to get happy about it.
Does everybody have a new name for that stupid gem?
Yes.
Fine. Then let's go, and we'll do the third act, and no stopping. And no stopping.
What do you want to bet?
Please, Louise.
Okay. I just got the 3 weeks to get the
Okay, everybody, get in your places. And the next person who interrupts dies. I don't mean gets yelled at. I don't mean chewed out. I mean dies.
Does that mean you're not going... Oh. goings on. If it's Elizabeth, then I'll be here.
Do you know what about Pussy? I just have accepted an invitation to come to one of our parties and I'm not shut up. At least
Mom, I'm in no trouble.
Yes, indeed, I do hope he hasn't had an accident. Today's world to return to us at night.
Smitty!
Begging your pardon, my lord. Must we delay it?
No, you run out.
No.
I'm sorry. Oh, Janet!
No, wait. This is all my fault. I should be providing you with a pleasant atmosphere to work in, not strike terror into all your hearts. Let's take it from where we're at and slow it down a little. Okay, Polly?
Saul, does that mean you're not going to kill Polly?
Yes, but don't you get too cocky.
Right.
All right, Polly, go ahead. These roads can be treacherous at night.
I can't think. My mind's gone blank.
Don't say such a thing. It would make
I've got it, thank you. Don't say such a thing. It would make one think that perhaps there was some truth after all in the story about the curse.
Nonsense, Marjorie. There's no such thing as a case. Case is a curse.
Never know.
There's no such thing as a curse.
And yet, everyone knows of her own, Deli Ruby. Good.
Old wives. No, not the old wives.
Right. But consider, I got through this morning. Not the time. The time. No, just one of my beastly attacks. But however, don't you know how long it's been happening?
How long have you had them?
Since this morning.
That long, huh?
You don't suppose that I...
You don't suppose?
No, nonsense! Mere sad seriousness.
That is in Lord Putney.
Is your fiancée Diana? It is your fiancée, Diana.
afraid of the curse?
Not very much. May I please?
Oh, certainly you shall. Here, allow me. Oh, 'tis lovely. It's a lovely setting. I cannot decide which is lovelier. You or that fabulous gem?
You sit here. I'm gonna see myself in it. I'll go get a beer. Diana! That necklace. Take it out at once. Out at once.
I'll get it. There, now, Lady Margaret. There's surely no harm done.
Lady Margaret is cutting roses in the garden, haven't she? May not return for some time.
Well, do you mind if I waited for it here?
Naturally not.
Well, might I sit?
If you are so inclined.
Oh, dash it all, Diana. Must we play at once? You know the message that longs to cry from within my heart?
Is it possible? Do I dare for a moment imagine that the message that cries out from within your heart is just the message that longs to cry out from within my own?
And yet you do not draw away.
Oh, maybe I should go in that car after all.
Take your mind off of going to the parrot. Oh, never like this. What, Louise? When the parachute opens, you have nothing to worry about.
Open the curtain.
Oh, Lord, darling, this is the most charming parties in the whole of the
Oh, Diana, you are too kind. A pity the visitor cannot be here.
Do you know, I'm worried about Percival. He's never accepted an invitation to come to one of our parties and then not shown up. At least not without saying he would.
Ah, but Lady Margaret. He might have had no trouble.
Yes, indeed, I do hope he hasn't had. Hasn't had. Hasn't had. Had an accident. These words can be treacherous at night. Rose.
Don't say such a thing. One thinks that perhaps there's some truth after all in the story about the cuz.
Yes, indeed. Well, nonsense, my dear. There's no such thing as a
Miles.
But Percival doesn't own the diamond anymore. Not since he sold it to Lord Dudley for Lady Margaret's collection.
Nevertheless,
It's all been taking it between acts.
Percival did own it. And that might be enough.
See here, Dr. Forbes. You are a man of science. Surely you don't believe in such pressures.
I'm to know.
Really?
There are strange things in this Ninja. Things which defy rational explanation.
Nonsense, here, cocky cock. It's Jimmer.
Quite possibly, Lord Dudley. And yet,
Where is the person?
Frankly, I'm glad he's not here.
Why, Diana, what do you think to say?
I mean that Sir Percival is no gentleman.
oh yes, indeed.
You'll say.
You know, what's all you say?
When he looks at me, I feel as though my hands are moving all over.
But he is the knife to the...
He's a disgusting toad. And such toads can be lecherous at night.
oh yes, indeed.
Pardon your begging, my lord, but should we delay it any longer?
No, I think not. We can't wait for Percival forever. Sorry, my dear.
I suppose so, but don't you think someone should call Percival's Latin a certain?
Ascertain.
Oh, ascertain the reason for his absence?
Do you know that might be a sound idea? There's something distinctly odd about all of this.
All at once, Stephen.
This business about Percival and the necklace. He did say he was going to bring it tonight, Lady Margaret.
Well, actually, I never spoke with him directly, but there was a message delivered this morning on the post. In the post. On the post.
What?
The mailman brought it!
What? On Swithin's Day? No. St. Swithin's Day?
Never thought of it that way. Dear, are you sending us a message or the post?
Why, come to think of it, no.
You didn't receive a mailman?
Message!
That too.
Well, I did. But now I wonder who are actually from Percival.
But did it come on the post?
I assumed it had.
Assumed you didn't see the post. Or the mailman.
Whatever it was, no.
Then how did you know its content?